one comic who had a post where he name dropped 3 people who are haters, and me and you were on it. And then he said, I still love 2 of you.
Oh, yeah.
So the one he doesn't love, is that you?
I don't know. It might be me. I don't care.
I think you're the only one that ignored it.
I don't give a shit. Like, try and be passive aggressive, dude. You're a fucking child. Like,
I know, dude. He came at me, and then I explained that in the post. I go, listen, I only fucking shit on people fucking like in self defense. It's just I do it aggressively so they don't get back up again.
Yeah,
And then I said, you have the same name as my dad, so maybe that has something to do with it. But that was a joke. It has to do with you, like, fucking straight up, like, dissing me to my face. And then me going, oh, okay. And saying something that you know not to be true. And then I just say something that's actually, you know is true about yourself.
That shit.
Which is, you're really good at networking. I mean, you're a master hustler.
Yeah, but, hey, he sucks. Who cares?
And I'm not.
He doesn't host the most popular in Las Vegas.
Does he host anything?
No.
The most popular what?
They might be trying to do like a gong show thing. The most popular mic, dude. Sunday Fun Day.
That is the most popular mic.
But he was like, pretty popular.
Your hatred gives me fuel to my fire, dude. I don't fucking hate the guy.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I never go up to somebody and go, your comedy fucking sucks, unless they come up to me and go, your comedy sucks. And then I go, and then if I truly believe, and I don't say it, but the thing is I don't say that unless I believe it. Because normally, anybody, no matter how much they suck, there's always something that they said funny.
He didn't straight up tell me that my comedy sucks. He told me I write great jokes. I just need to work on my stage presence.
I would never come up with a list.
If he told me that one time, I would have just been like, whatever. But he repeated it 2 more. Like, he said that shit to me 3 times. And at that point, I was like, you're just being passive-aggressive at this point. Like, you're starting it off with a compliment so that you're going
Wait, say it again. I missed it. I only took half a Ritalin.
He said, he told me that I write great jokes, but I need to work on my stage presence or get comfortable on stage, which is like, I feel like I have no problem with that.
No, you're not. You're very comfortable on stage.
Yeah, I know, because
No, you don't do, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's hacky shit.
No, he was just being passive-aggressive. Like,
that's fraud. That's a fraud.
And that's what made me mad.
To me, that's like the stereotypical slam poet. That's why I never really got too big in slam, is because I wouldn't do the fucking, I wouldn't over dramatize.
Yeah.
And I also wouldn't memorize the poems because they're too complicated to memorize. And then I just wouldn't do like the high drama. Like, I wouldn't do the voice, the breathing, fucking voice thing that they all do. And it's, to me, that's the exact same thing. It's, hey, how you doing? And you, Vegas? Anybody from Vegas tonight? Of course people are from fucking Vegas. What are you talking about? Who else is at that show?
You got any? Yeah. At open mics, it's really funny when people ask about locals.
How y'all feeling tonight? Got any weed smokers in the house?
We're not on the Strip. Like, it would be really funny if there were people that didn't know anyone in Vegas, came out to visit Vegas as tourists, and then just went to a fucking open mic.
Saying that would be like going up to, who's the guy? Todd. It's like going up to Todd Barry going, you got to work on your stage presence. Yeah. Like, you got to bring more energy up.
Todd Barry would be like, thanks, dude.
Just like, those hilarious guys ever. You're like, you got to really, Maria Bamford, you're kind of awkward on stage, and I think people get confused with the voices.
She's the one that did a whole special, like, in her living room in front of her parents.
Did she?
I think it was, like, just her, like, parents and other immediate family members.
Did anybody laugh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a rather good special.
I've been wanting to do that. I wanted to do that in that empty room in my house where I wanted to have, like, just, like, 3 people stand sitting in a chair, and then just do it right in front of them. I almost did that to get it to when I was in Cleveland, I almost thought about staying there, and I was like, there's a Cleveland Comedy Festival happening.
God, that would be so... You'd have to get people that, like, definitely want you to be funny, but also haven't seen that much of your comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be hard to find.
I was going to have my best friend just sit there.
Because it's just like...
Just him.
Just him?
Yeah, and I was gonna do the whole act in front of just him, and then send it to the Cleveland Comedy Festival as an audition tape. But then I was like, A, I was like, I had to get out of there, and then B, I didn't want to stay like 2 months or whatever, and then I had to, and then B, I realized they're not gonna get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate that fucking. You should fucking work on your stage presence. In other words, you should work hard to sound exactly like everybody else.
Yeah, I thought it
so
was...
that you can compete with 200 fucking people that all sound the same.
And like I said, like if he just would have said it one time, I would have just like moved on. But
I said it 3 times.
After the 3rd time, I was like, all right. And
that's how he started out with me. He's trying to get condescending.
And I just started yelling because like right before that we had a conversation about like, he's just like, you don't seem to like me that much. And I was just like, I don't know, man. And then it was a whole thing.
Well,
but
don't say stuff like that. Don't fucking...
Well, it was like shortly after that conversation that he said that.
Yeah.
And that's also what made me even more mad is because, I don't know.
I try not to be condescending. I really do. But the thing is like, especially when definitely not with comedy. And in fact, I'm so self-aware of it that I've oftentimes I thought I should just list out my favorite comics in Vegas. And then I was like, oh, great. Whoever's not on that list is going to get... Then that's just like a subtle way of saying who sucks.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I think everybody knows who I like, so... But yeah, I wasn't trying to fucking shake his confidence. He's going to do far better than... He's definitely doing far better than we are. That's for sure.
Really? He never really goes up anywhere.
No, I know, but he gets booked.
I don't give a fuck about that, dude. I've been doing comedy for a couple years. Like, I don't give a shit about getting booked right now.
I realized kind of early on. I tried that when I first...
Like,
that was important to me when I first got here.
Yeah.
But especially after I got blackballed, then I was like, you know what? Honestly, though, this fucking town is never going to fucking... Because I could see better, like, even better comics than me. But who are, like, really smart and interesting. That don't get booked either.
Exactly.
Then I was like, I think that's the culture here. And then I realized, like, you know, you're going to have to just find an audience and build your own, like, cult.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get funny. So when
the goal would be like Doug Stanhope.
Because the thought of getting booked in bombing sucks. So, like, I'm just gonna, and like, I mean, half the shit that he's gotten booked on is because he went to the show and then probably asked for a spot.
I think he's a good salesman. I ask for spots too. I don't get shit. It's how you ask it and how you develop relationships and just how you just know how to fucking sell, dude.
I don't want to kiss ass for spots. So.
I mean, I think it's a lot like just trying to get laid.
Plus, I mean, like, there's some shows that I would go to if, like, that's pretty much all it took. If that, because there's a couple apparently that, like, if you go show face a couple of times, in some cases they'll even just offer you a spot, and you know I would do that, but I would also rather not. I'd rather just go to a mic and do stage time.
I would rather somebody come up to me at a mic and go, "I really like what you do." That's how I started getting my zines published. Is a guy came up to me and went, "I really like what you do."
Your zines?
Well, no, my chapbooks.
Yeah.
A guy came up who used to publish chapbooks in his living room. I never met him before, and he saw me a couple times and he's like, "I really like what you do. I want to like make a book with you." And then that's how it's always been. Comedy is the first time that this has happened where people will do the exact opposite. Like if I fucking people just come up to me and they go, "Hey, that's how I got my column. That's how I started writing for papers." Is people would just come up to me and go, "I want you to write for me." People come up to me and go, "Oh, I got a public access station I'm managing, so I want you to have a TV show." And then I started doing comedy and they're like, "No, we don't want you at all." Everybody's just like, "No, nope. Like, from day one. Like, nope.
It happens. I don't get booked either, and I'm likable.
Yeah.
People like me.
And I think it's got to do with, I think it has something to do with, like, I think it's just, because in all those other things, there's not a lot of, like, the guy who runs the station already works there. He can put on any show he wants to. So so I'm not threatening him. And then the guy who hires me to paper, he's the editor. So he's not threatened. So, but, like, comics, it's like the fucking Hunger Games. Everybody fucking is fighting for a fucking time. And they're like, if you're fucking funny or interesting, you're going to steal you're stealing from me. You know what I mean?
It's
more competitive because I think that at the end of the day, there's more money at the end of it.
What?
In like successful comedy, like
There's
we're talking about millions of dollars.
Than what, writing?
Than having a public access show.
Oh yeah, absolutely, duh.
Yeah, or selling poetry chapbooks.
Yeah, I'm sure comedy is more fucking competitive than poetry.
Yeah. Well, there's a competition, but it's usually for pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, when I do go to fucking LA and this is over and I get some money.
I don't think very many poets are really looking for fame.
Those guys would go with me to a poetry reading, right? Fucking, I want Logan to go. Like, Hugo would fit in well, but Logan, I want to see Logan, like, going, like, yeah. Logan would be like Ben Affleck at the Harvard bar.
He had some good material. Him and Hugo and they all had some good new shit.
That meme was really fucking funny.
What?
That meme, that fucking Chinese virus meme.
Yeah. Because I saw the same meme, but it was a bat.
Yeah.
And so I screenshot.
Or it was Trump.
Yeah. The one I saw was a bat, but yeah, I screenshot it, sent it in the group chat, and I was like, Logan, change the bat to the Chinese dude from fucking South Park, the owner of City Walk, and then he did, and the first one was just like a picture of the guy, and I was like, no, the Earth has to be in the background. I was like, it's cool if you can't do it, but the image I had in my head was just so funny.
Oh, wait, I got a fucking funny thing.
And it was so funny.
I had a funny
only
thought.
got like 2 shares. I thought there was a chance of it getting viral because it was that shit in my video was fucking. It was a lot funnier than the bat.
All coronavirus memes should go viral just out of a sense of